Welcome to Big Joe Phone Repair. If today is your first time coming across this channel, please make sure you subscribe. Press on the like button, leave your comment and share to your fellow technicians. This is a Samsung A16 4G that a fellow technician brought to me that is not powering on. Okay, the phone is not powering on at all. No power, no booting. Okay, so let us take out the panel and then do physical inspection. After that, then we move on with our troubleshooting. As you can see, I wasn't the first person temporary with this phone. They have already removed the shield covering this ICs. Okay, so as you can see, he have worked on this PCB before, because the technician told me that he has tried all his possible best, but the phone is not turning on. The phone is not turning on. Okay, so let me connect. At first, let's try with our multimeter, right? So we are checking for possible shots from our multimeter. Okay, let's start with the diagnosing process. This is a code testing. Okay, your red probe to the ground and then your black probe testing. Okay, so the VBAT did not give us any clue. Okay, the VBAT did not give us any clue. Alright, even though it was giving a small clue but not that reliable. Okay, it was giving a small clue but not that reliable. So here we are testing all capacitors for possible shorts, but we found no capacitor shorting. Okay, so let's try with a different tool. That is our multimeter, but before the multimeter we have to connect an extension probe to the VBAT. Okay, yeah, to the VBAT. Alright, so let's check what the DC power supply has for us. Now let's look at the power consumption without pressing the power key. As you can see, the power consumption was 140. Okay, automatic power consumption. So this shows us that there's a short on our secondary line. There is a short. This shows that there's a short on our primary line. Okay, on our primary line. So we sprayed our rosin flask or the smoke powder, and as you can see, the shorted components is fetched out, and we connect the DC power supply, and then so just smooth like that. You have to take off that component and then move on with our troubleshooting. Okay, so at this moment we are going to take off our shorted component on this PCB. Okay, we are checking for possible short on the capacitors around the component, but the capacitors, none of them is short, so that means that the component itself. Now we have taken off the component, okay, from that place. Alright, I don't want the video to be too long, so let's connect to the DC power supply again and see the power consumption once more. So now let's try to power on the phone. Yeah, now the phone has turned on. It's giving a correct reading now. It is giving a correct reading now. So as you can see from the DC power supply, we are having our power fluctuation. That shows a very good sign. Okay, that shows a very good sign. So let's connect the panel to the phone case and let's try to power on the phone from there and see if the problem is solved. If a phone comes to your custody, please make sure you use the step-by-step way of troubleshooting. Okay, you use the step-by-step way of troubleshooting. At this moment, yeah, the screen is very bad. The screen is bad, so I think it's a disconnection from the downboard. Okay, the screen is very bad. The screen is very bad. So now as you can see, the phone has turned on, but the screen is very bad. Yeah, the screen is very bad. As you can see, the glitches. Okay, the screen, I don't think the screen is okay. The screen is bad, so the owner have to change the screen. Okay, So this is how I recovered this phone for my fellow technician, and he was very happy. Okay, now look at the power consumption from the smart charger. Now it is charging. Okay, but the screen is bad. So thank you for watching this video. Keep up to date for more.